What's going on, world? It's July 6th, Work Hard Wednesday. Thank you, Jesus, allowing us to come together midweek session. I know this week is going by a little differently because 4th of July, obviously, on Monday, so it kind of speeds up. But with that being said, we just want to get into a few things, uh, and then we get on our separate ways. Simple as that. I'm gonna start off by our cheat sheet. Oosh juice.
Let me read it.
Huh?
I said, let me read it.
Okay. You got it right there pulled up, or you need me to?
I got the OG one. Pull that one up.
Huh?
I said I got the OG one.
Do you need me to? Here goes screen share.
Oh, I do got it.
All right.
All right. Boost Juice, the never-ending boost. This is more than just another drink. Dare to turn your dream into reality, to inspire a generation to go further, instill confidence in oneself, and transform into a new you. Motivation, determination, and patience. Strength, unity, and peace is our recipe for you to succeed. Join the movement, oozejuice.com. Bottle type is 20 ounce. He said Anchor Power Flex Long Neck PET or polyethylene terephthalate. Bottle's diameter is 2.582 inches, as well as what the bottle's width, which is 2.582 inches. Bottle's height is 8.5 inches. Net weight in fluid 619.1 grams. Gross weight in fluid and bottle 659.1 grams. The finish of our bottle, or the top, is 38 millimeters, and the bottle weight is 40 grams. Nutrition facts comes 8 fluid ounces per serving size, or per serving. 60 milligrams of natural caffeine per 8 ounces. 150 milligrams of natural caffeine per 20 fluid ounces. Wait, is this the old one?
What'd you have? Uh, Everything was still some. You're just in the nutritional part.
Okay, it just looked kind of different. That's why. All right. 2.5 servings per container. 70 calories per serving. 175 total. 0 grams of total fat, 0 grams saturated fat, 0 grams trans fat, 0 milligrams cholesterol, 0 milligrams sodium, 17 grams of total carbohydrates, 42.5% total, and daily value of 6% per serving, 12% total. 0 grams of dietary fiber, 16 grams of sugar per serving, 40 total, 0 grams protein, 2% vitamin A, 5% total, 8% of vitamin C, 20% total. It has 2% calcium, 5% total, and 0% of iron. Our ingredients consist of apple juice base, mango juice, pineapple juice, noni juice extract, tropical banana, and taro. Our dominant flavors are taro and tropical banana. Our mission is to make our consumers feel as if they invested in a lifestyle rather than spending their hard-earned money on just another drink. Our target market consists of Polynesian people at first because of knowledge of origins, then the masses, which include teens, adults, athletes, workers, entertainers, basically everyone from ages 15 to 35. Some of the benefits of the ingredients start with apple juice. Reduces bad cholesterol levels and enhances the cardiovascular health of a person. The risk of getting heart disease is reduced significantly. It's also helpful for weight loss and improves the functioning of health of the intestines, and it combats constipation effectively. We'll go mango juice. Improves memory and concentration, and it also prevents mental weakness. It is very rich in beta carotene, which prevents heart disease and other ailments. It also combats poor digestion and acidity. Very effective for liver disorders as well. And it's rich in vitamin A, so it's good for your eyesight. So pineapple juice contains the enzyme bromeliad, which is a natural anti-inflammatory that encourages the healing of bruises and swelling in your body. It also can reduce arthritis and postoperative swelling, and it's good for digestion by helping the body break down proteins. Pineapple juice also helps the body metabolize fats and absorb iron. And it also functions as a natural antioxidant because of the vitamin C in it. We'll go with noni juice extract. It protects against the development of cancer. Also exhibits anti-tumor properties. It is an immune booster and is considered one of the most nutritious fruits in the world. Many of the nutrients in it are known to stimulate the immune system. Noni is also considered a digestive stimulant, traditionally used as a laxative, and has also been found to be 75% as effective as morphine sulfate in relieving pain without the toxic side effects. We'll go to taro. Taro is a root vegetable which is grown in semi-tropical climates, and it contains good amounts of vitamin A and C, and it also has a low glycemic index. A low GI means the taro affects blood sugar levels slowly without the peaks and crashes of a high GI, which lead to increased hunger later on. And eating on a low GI, eating a diet of low GI foods can help prevent diabetes. Tropical banana contains good amounts of antioxidants, minerals, and vitamins, replenishes body or replenishes energy and revitalizes the body instantly, and also contains vitamin C, which helps the body develop resistance against infectious agents and scavenge for harmful oxygen-free radicals. Go malic acid, which is an organic compound that is made by all living organisms, and it contributes to the pleasantly sour taste of fruits and is used as a food additive. The natural caffeine in our drink comes from raw green Arabica coffee beans, and it's considered to make milder, less bitter coffee, and it is the Adam of Eve of coffee beans and grown in Ethiopia as well as 70 other equatorial countries. Pectin in the corn syrup solids are gelling agents used as stabilizers in fruit juices, and it gives you excellent mouth feel with taste consumers expect from fruit juices.
You can delete that corn syrup solids because it's just pectin.
Okay. It was from my email.
Yeah, that's the old. That part is old right there. Needs to be updated.
Sorry. Hold on. Breathe.
I got a few articles, but from Growth Inc. This is the first one. Can your business run without you? If not, do this. The indispensable first step to getting the things you want out of life is this: decide what you want. Ben Stein. And it says over at sellabilityscore.com, we completed an analysis of 9,779 businesses and discovered that structuring your business so that it can run without you increases your odds of attracting an unsolicited offer by 44%. Among all the businesses we analyzed, 16% had received an offer to buy their business in the last year. However, when we isolate just those businesses that claim they could survive the absence of their owner for a period of 3 months or more, their likelihood of having received an offer jumps to 23 to 44% increase when compared to the entire respondent pool. Along with driving up your revenue and profit, the third leg of the entrepreneurship stool is to ensure you can build your business in a way that it does not depend on you personally. Here are 5 ways to get your business running on autopilot. Number one, ask employees what they want to do. When an employee comes to you with a question, avoid the knee-jerk reaction of answering it. Instead, ask the employee what they would do if they owned your business or if you were not available. This question forces your employees to start cultivating an ownership approach to their decision making. Once in the habit, your employees will come to you for input a lot less. So that's when I read that, it's like the approach that we take here. We just ask what would people like to do, and I think we're going to stick with that because I mean, it's just the best feel as far as the culture that we're trying to build. Um, and then just understanding, like, we know what people, how people are, like, as far as employment. We've been employees ourselves. We've worked with numerous companies, and even like we can speak for ourselves on this. Like some jobs we did better than the others, or we liked more than the others, and some jobs would just be like, I don't feel like doing it. I'll just do whatever, or just the bare minimum, and just collect a check. And so these are because the option was never given to us as far as what we would like to do, and that's why we treated it a certain way. And that's why what we do here is we we give that option as far as what employees would like to do to grow a company. And I know in the in the near future, when we start bringing on more people, I think it's going to benefit us. We'll see. I mean, because you never know how it plays out, but you'll pivot along the way. But just leaving that door open for that opportunity. I'm anxious to see when that time comes what kind of response we get. Uh, Moving to number 2, the yesable proposal. If your employees do need your input on a decision, insist that they come to you with a yesable proposal. Thanks to Peter Van Osh of Spark. Leadership for training this strategy with me. The yesable proposal is a request that can be answered with a simple yes or no. Employees have a habit of hoisting their problems onto your desk, but asking them for a yesable proposal forces them to think through the alternatives and recommend a solution. The yesable proposal includes a statement of the problem, a sentence or two about alternatives the employee has considered, and a request to which you can say yes or no. In the old mode, you may have an employee come to you and say, Mr. Smith is really angry because his widget is not working properly. What do you want me to do? The employee has taken their problem and successfully given it to you. With a yesable proposal policy in place, your employee will frame the issue differently. E.g., Mr. Smith is angry because his widget is not working properly. I took a look at the device and I think fixing it would cost more than it's worth. We could just remind Mr. Smith that we don't accept returns, but since he's a good customer and it will only cost us $200 to replace his widget, are you okay if I replace his widget for free? You then can simply answer yes, and your employee is one step closer to figuring out how to solve problems in the future. I really like this because this is the journey of entrepreneurship. It's like we have to be able to start the transitioning of our mind, like the renewing of our mind, to start thinking differently. The yesable proposal, like that's the hype that I've been pressing for years now, but we didn't really get it. Like we just didn't understand like that we are not here to just stop at one thing. Like if we have a problem, we're not just here to stop at the problem. We're here to bring solutions. We're here to figure things out. We're here to bring back to the table things that can get us through instead of keeping us stagnant or at the brick wall. Um, and moving forward, this has to be in our mind, uh, because of the fact of what we're given, like the responsibilities, the duties, the tasks, everything, the things that are assigned to us. Our job, just like this, it's easy to just come back to Mr. Smith and just say, hey man, it's not working, what do you want me to do? Or it's easy to come back to me and just be like, yeah man, I just don't get it. That's easy. But as far as if we're really taking that step towards true entrepreneurship, we have we have to make this pivot. It's important that we make this pivot because this allows us, it gives us not only builds up confidence in ourselves, but it allows us to grow to even another level in life. And taking that initiative, that responsibility, like it was given to us, but really owning up to that, you know, from the gate, it was always there. It was always there, but we just didn't understand how to nurture it properly, how to how to talk about it amongst ourselves in order for us to truly understand, what our roles are, who we are in this company, and what we want to do. That was that we didn't we failed at that. You know what I mean? We failed at that, but at least we learn now. We failed, but now we can get over that and start implementing some of these things, but staying true to it. You know, yesable solutions are yesable proposals. These are the things that we want to do in the future because, like how they just finished it off, man. If we figure out, okay, Mr. Smith, he's angry with his widget. All right, so what are we going to do about it? Okay, let me just think two more steps ahead. Maybe three, two. I always say 3 to 5, but let me just think a few more steps ahead on how we can get him from being, to stop being angry to, okay, now he's in a better mood. And how is that? All right, we find out how much it costs to fix it. All right, well, if it's going to cost more to fix it, then we don't need to fix it. Or just like I said, man, to replace his widget, it's only $200. I'll just get it for him right now. But it's those things that we already know in our minds. Like we do this on a like everyday basis. Like we're figuring out things to our problems that we have. And there's no difference in business. Like trying to figure out problems in business is just thinking things through. It's coming up with solutions. It's coming up with ideas on how to get past the problem. That's what entrepreneurs are about. That's what we're about. Like we're problem solvers, and I think we're a lot. Like I said, where we failed is we didn't want to solve the problems. We just brought problems to the table, and then we expected the next person to figure it out. But because of lack of understanding, lack of know-how, we were forced to just deal with it. And now we're looking at this article and we're saying to ourselves, we're saying, oh damn, simplify things. It's not like the whole thing is like we make it too complicated. We make it hard on ourselves because we're not just taking the extra time to say, you know what, dang, if I do this, and that, then it just cancels out. Like cancels out the whole thing. If you think 3 to 5 moves ahead, now Mr. Smith is not angry about his widget not working properly. You're just bringing him the solution, and that's how these corporations got to where they're at. There was people in there that really believed, and they brought solutions to the table because it allowed the whoever was in charge, it allowed them to just think. It allowed them to think of ideas, to be creative, to strategically put together a plan of attack to grow the company exponentially, because of the vision. The vision is so big. If the vision is so big, it's kind of hard for for a company to really get to the promised land if the owner or the CEO, whoever, whatever, is just stuck in the managerial position of doing the everyday duties of taking care of the everyday duties of the business. And it comes from another article that I was reading. Side note, but it's hard for a company to grow when the owner of the company is handling emails, or if they got a service, they're doing all the work for this, providing the service, or even the service or product. They're out there in the field, and they're doing all that. They're answering the calls. They're cold calling. They're cold emailing. They're trying to run the website. They're trying to put together marketing campaigns. They're trying to lead sales. They're trying to get distribution. It becomes a total chaos. It is, and that's why. I mean, this venture that we're on is not for the faint of heart. For the simple fact that there is just so much to take on, because you don't have the backing for delegation. You don't have the resources to delegate responsibilities. You don't have the manpower to do these things. And that's why they say, it's uphill already regardless, but it's just a tough thing to jump into. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody, and that's why, because people rather just get, just whatever their assignment is. That's all. Like, oh man, I don't want to think about other things, right? I just want to think about this one responsibility that this job hired me to do, and that's it. We're not in that position yet, and we're building right now. And so it's important that the information that is provided to us, that we really take a step back and look at it and just be, oh damn, it is things I do on a regular basis. These are things that I should start, thinking more of, like tying the two together, because it is intertwining them. That's how we have to look at it. Okay, if I do this in everyday life, what's different here? Nothing is different, to be honest. We just have a product that we're selling on this end, and on the other end, in personal life, we're just going through the motions of life. There are certain things that arise each and every day that we're dealing with. We don't look at it in a standpoint of, oh, that's a daily battle. You know what I mean? Because it's so a lot of the things that we go through are so minimal that we rarely shine light on like how big of an impact they are. But in the midst of that, that's where we have to draw from, and we have to say, oh damn, man, I just did what the article said right here, right now. You know what I mean? Like, man, I just went on this website and I was trying to find something. Damn, I didn't find it, that website. Maybe I'll rephrase it in Google, in the search box. You rephrase it in the search box, or what happens? Bam, it pops up. And you're like, oh, but you just solved the problem. And it's a simplicity like that, of that nature, that we have to work on building ourselves up to understand and to recognize things. Oh man, easily applicable, but we just need to recognize them on a consistent basis, and then apply them into the business world. Number 3 is give every employee a problem solving budget. At Ritz-Carlton Hotel, they give every employee discretion to spend without approval from their general manager, up to $2,000 on a guest. The vast majority of customer problems can be fixed for a fraction of the discretionary spending amount. But the 2,000 figure is a large enough number to make the message clear. Frontline employees should act first, make the customer happy, and ask questions later. Typically, many employees know how to make a customer happy but lack the confidence to act. Giving employees some spending authority will speed up the resolution of customer issues and empower your team to do the right thing when you're not there. Another thing You know, this is like everything that we're dealing with right now. Like we give freedom because we just want to see. We want to see where everyone's at. Like we give certain freedoms um, because it's like how we want to play this game. You know what I mean? Like we make our decisions based on what we're feeling. Some may be right, some may be wrong, but at least we're trying. And the whole goal here, just like the Ritz Carlton, how they give their $2,000 to employees to help figure things out, is just like us. Like right now, I could have easily just been like, I want to move forward with Infusionsoft, but I wanted to see how Geller felt, right? I wanted to see how he felt about pulling his trigger. You know, I wanted to see, okay, then this is one of the biggest investments as far as for marketing in our journey. But that's just one example. Like we left it up, like for Geller to just be like, okay, man, I really feel strongly about this. I had multiple conversations. The talk track seemed good. Everything that we're looking for as far as building our presence online, I think this is it. You know what I mean? So we said, okay, well, we're gonna follow suit. You know why? Because we're gonna fail together. Like we have been our whole lives. We're gonna fail together, and we're gonna fail fast. If anything goes wrong, we'll fail fast. We'll learn from it. You know what I mean? Those are the things that we're looking at. But it builds confidence. Back once again, it's like us trying to find ourselves in this journey. We believe ourselves to be certain people, right? You know, not on our pedestals, but just what God gave us, what He blessed us with, who He wants us to be, who He created us to be. And so if we expect to become these people, then it's only right that we apply the things that already are in motion with other companies, and they've been here longer than we've been alive. You know what I mean? These things these systems, these processes, certain things, they've been here longer than we have. We're the new kids on the block. But it's important that we heed as the new kids on the block and take into consideration some of the things that are thrown out there, for the simple fact that we expect to be these certain people. And if we expect to be these certain people, what comes along with it? Well, there's a lot of responsibility that comes along with it. In our early stages right here, that is what we're teaching. Well, there's a lot of responsibilities when we're spending money. We're allowing our employees to spend a certain figure on something in order for us to grow. That kind of responsibility is not light, and that we have to take a sense of pride in that as well. Recognizing, what we've been given, and understanding, okay, this is my chance. This is my chance to take another step in growth, personally and in business. I want to take this step, and we did. And now we're here. We got a meeting set up for tomorrow, and with our first coaching from Infusionsoft, and we look to do damage. We're not, like, I can't stress this enough. Our mission is to help as many people as we can before we leave. As many people as we can. We want to motivate and inspire as many people as we can before we exit. And we go celebrate, and we're with the family and with Jesus, our Lord and Savior, and we're up there doing our thing. But before that, while we're here, how are we going to make a change? How are we going to make an impact? How are we going to make a difference? So these things that we're doing right now it's only leading us in the direction that we're already headed down. It's going to help us get there faster because we're going to understand how to tap into different audiences, how to grow our customer base online. That's a big thing, because we could easily, as we continue to go along, we could easily grow our customer base to 1,000. Well, we probably got 1,000, 2,000 as far as email, and then even beyond that, 100,000, 200,000 people. that we have a whole database filled. Uh, what is Infusionsoft 10,000? What is 10,000?
What are you talking about?
The contact list.
Oh yeah.
So 10,000. We'll just start with there. Infusionsoft 10,000. But it grows even more. I mean, 10,000 is just that's just the minimum that they allow as far as the contacts. But we're gonna get to that point eventually in due time. But it just comes down to working certain things that have already been exposed to the world, and we're just here to eat, and apply in our walk. Um, that's the empowerment. We're trying to empower each other. We're trying to empower others, and that's what we want to do. Number 4, automate everything. Take one day per month and make a note of every task you complete, no matter how trivial. Keep a diary. This is something that keeps on popping up to me. Like a lot of people, just hey, write a diary, or it's a lot of things that I see. Just keep track. Keep track of notes. By taking note taking, and just to set it up so you can actually see. Okay, oh damn, I'm doing all this. But back to the article, it says no matter how trivial, keep a diary. Then at the end of the day, ask yourself if there is a way you could automate each of these tasks. Start with the most frivolous to do. If the internet service provider needs to be paid once per month, automate the payment on your credit card. Look at me. Like, I need to start taking this advice because I don't automate any payments. You know what I mean? I don't. But here it goes. That automation, it's like it takes me 2 minutes to pay a bill or something like that at most. Maybe a little bit longer. Let's just say 2 to 5 minutes. We just cut 5 minutes of our time that we could spend somewhere else focusing on other aspects of the business. We just automated it. Bam. So this is right here. We have to eat this stuff right here. So automation. Now I'm looking at it. Okay, man, I need to start thinking more about automating payments. Um, Better yet, give a trusted employee discretion to sign checks of up to $500 without your signature to avoid fraud. Have the bank statements delivered to your home so you can see what checks were written without the bank's envelope being intercepted at the office. Also, add a trusted employee as a user on the key software packages you use to run your business so they too can see what's going on. Then when you're absent, they'll have the knowledge to make any necessary fixes or charges. So right now, Infusionsoft, obviously we got 2 users, me and Kayla, and we're gonna find out more details. We got up to 4 users, so um, we'll see. We'll see who is ready to step into this part when that time comes. I mean, for now, it's going to be me and Kayla running this thing, and we're going to go hard. But we would hope that our sales team gets involved, and they will, like in due time, because pretty soon here we're gonna have a whole new look, um, as far as what we're gonna be, moving forward to where we're going. We're gonna have a whole new look. There's gonna be a lot of people in this thing, that we feel that's gonna take us to another level early up, like right here in this point and stage of the game. So that's just another thing right there. Number 5, hire a 2IC, a second in command. And your general manager. The second in command is your general manager and your most trusted lieutenant. Give them broad powers in your company so they can be your proxy when you're not in the building. Never question your second in command's judgment in front of your junior employees, as it will undermine your right hand person's authority and undercut their ability to act for you when you're not around. Instead, meet with your 2IC, your 2IC one-on-one to iron out differences so you can present a united front to the rest of the team. The process of setting up your business so that it can run without you is a journey, And the first step is the most fun. Take a vacation. If you can successfully resist the urge to jump on your computer and check up on how things are going at the office, you'll be able to truly see how your company does in your absence. Then, when you get back to the office, you can work on refining the autopilot processes. Wow. Very insightful, very insightful article. I wanted to read that for the simple fact that delegation is a must. It's a must. Obviously we don't have a whole squad of people, but the bigger vision early on, at least we're catching information early on that we're gonna be applying, and it's important that we apply it ourselves because we're practicing right now. This is practice. Like the behind the scenes, everything that like these 3 years is like we're continuing to practice, work hard, um, and to grow our company. I mean, you think about like I think about that last part. It said trips, like take trips, take a vacation. If you can pull it off, don't look at your phone, don't look at emails, don't. Right now, I don't think I could pull it off. I can't. Every trip I went to, I always had to check my phone. I always had to, see what's going on, what's happening. Um, but I hope, in due time, I will get there. But for now, uh, these are some of the things that we have to look into and start applying is moving forward. Uh, as far as something else I was looking at, and this is because it's only us two. I want to wait, want to save it, but it was an app. It was an app that Geller had brought to my attention called Marketing or Marketismo, and I want to get back to like basics, like well, when we're in a group setting, when we all come together. But I'm going to be asking these specific questions uh, to just get us all like really like on the same page to make sure that we still understand, you know, as far as company wise, uh, specific things. For example, like do we know, like this is the first one, understand the needs of your customer? And then they got little questions on there like, are the buyers and users of your offering the same? Now I can really like if I were to throw that question out there, I guarantee you, like we wouldn't know it straight up, like because it sounds like wait, buyers and users, like that will first get people like, oh, is this a trick question? And then, but we're not looking at like if you think about the article we just read, we got to bring solutions, right? So if the question is that we're being asked, are buyers and users of your offering the same? We gotta look 2-3 steps. Okay, buyers, the people that let's just say mom. Okay, mom just bought it for her kid, and her kid's a user. Okay, her kid's a user. So okay, are they the same? Okay, well if mom, obviously they're not the same. On for that example, because there's a mom that has a kid that is, I just want Who's juice. And what does the mom do? Oh yeah, I'll go to the store and buy it. And we've run into a lot of people as far as, man, I never even tried your drink, but my kids, they drink it all the time. And then when they try, like, oh damn, I was missing out this whole time. What the hell? I'm buying this. I didn't even know what it was. And man, now they got them buying it though. But that's just one example, like as far as buyers and users, like understanding like what this question is, what it is trying to get out of us. Again, I want to throw these questions out there again. I want to throw out, well, they weren't thrown out there in the first place, but I want to throw out specific things that we talked about in the past, uh, which is in this material. And I want to see like what kind of responses that we get. So I want to share that with us as a group, and we'll get into it. But definitely an app that we need to tap into because it keeps us sharp. We want to stay sharp. We want to stay on our toes. It's like I could know everything. And I can go out there and I can go to war and but if the other guy is not like fully trained, properly trained and ready to go out there and handle business, well you kind of like that ain't the right message we're sending. It's like, well, you're not sending me out with the right tools. You only gave me bits and pieces of the information. I don't, from the gate, we've given all of our whole team the tools. We've given everybody the game that needs to be run. We give them specifics of how we need to operate in sales, distribution, marketing, and so all that is just like now we got to press that refresh button. And we, with new people coming into the fold, these are certain things that are very beneficial for us and can help us to better explain instead of having to really go back like, oh man, like all the way to hangout one. We could just cut it by the specific things that we've already learned. I mean, it's all up in our head. Now they just put it in a certain formats for us to be able to explain, to people, and then get them the information a lot more quicker than if we were to just try to do it all manually, because even this is automation. If you think about it, an app, it's automated because of the fact that it's asking specific questions that we've already trained ourselves on. And now we're here. Like, okay, then you can't think of everything all at one time, but okay, here it goes right here, bam, and then just feed it. So that's just something I want to do when we're in a group setting and work on. I want to work on this thing. As far as tomorrow's concerned, it's a big day for us. I mean, it's day 7 already. They promised 14 to 21 days as far as Infusionsoft of seeing a return on investment, and I want to call them on that. Yeah, I'm going to do everything in my power, just like I know Keller is going to do everything in his power, and we're going to attack this thing. We're going to spend what is required, what is due. We're going to put in the effort because we've already spoken about this, and it's all because we want to grow. I mean, there's no other way we get around this. If we don't do what is needed, then shame on us. Shame on us, because we're just ludicrous spending. We could have invested that money somewhere else, but we're not. We're gonna do what is needed, because we see and believe in the vision that God gave us, and we're gonna go after this. And this is a power move for us. I really believe, and I know this thing is. It's going to work for us. I truly believe that it's going to open up a lot of doors, and we have to be optimistic about taking this step, because I just looked at Infusionsoft, and they started in 2001. By 2014, $80 million in revenue. Huh? Tell me about that. 13 years later, now it's 2016, obviously, but you don't just get those numbers just cause. You feel me? Like, you don't. So if they're getting money like that, they know information that we don't. They have the information that we don't. And now it's our time to take them up on it and apply it to what we got going on. Because what we got going on, there's no denying. I mean, we don't even push. We don't even push hard. We push hard on social media, but still, there are people out there that are just buying our product, and they don't even know where it comes from. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh, what? I just seen it. Oh, damn, let me buy this. But just imagine, like, it's coming. We're gonna work on this thing. I'm excited. We'll get into that tomorrow. We'll be there, handling business, man. It's one of those things where the feeling has got to be like, man, I don't want to go to sleep, because I might miss the opportunity, like ET. But that's where I'm on. Like, I'm happy, I'm anxious, and I'm ready. So we'll keep you guys all informed and updated. We appreciate your guys' time, and we thank you. And once again, it's about application. We have the information, it's there, but it's about taking the next step. With that being said, do you have anything else, Skeller?
No.
Once again, thank you guys for your time. We give God all the praise, glory, and honor, because He is worthy. I mean, the credit goes to the Most High. He continues to be the one who does these things for us, to open up the doors, the blessings, the connections, the people that want to come and help build this thing because they understand the overall vision, the magnitude of it all. is so big. It's so big, and for us to come from a small town, big city dreaming, and just the hunger to just keep on going, that is what attracts people to us, and that is why the help is on the way. You know, it's coming. It's only a matter of time, but we have to give credit to Him and only Him, and we're just the vessels, and we have to put up our end of the bargain, which we will. So we love you, Lord, and we're excited about this joint partnership with Infusionsoft, and we're gonna rock. And so, thank you, Jesus. In Jesus' name, Amen.
Man.